All right. And I didn't really feel like music was appropriate, the intro, so we'll just forego that. Welcome and good morning. Welcome to the lab. Let's see here. I've talked a little bit about this case on After Dark a little bit. And because the reason I didn't cover it every day or hadn't was because I guess it was probably because I just when I heard that the watch that I heard that Riley's watch had stopped at the same time his phone did, it was indicative of somebody falling in water or, either being pushed or, and that was the question the whole time. The question was, and I guess the question still is, but haven't indicated anything that states that there was any foul play involved. I mean, we all saw the video of this young man extremely intoxicated, leaving a bar. I guess where I'm from, that, these kind of alcohol-related water incidents happen more often than they probably should. And, it sounds like this was a tragic accident. There were a lot of rumors and speculation about Riley and what may or may not have happened. Homeless people wearing his shirt, the debit card, things like that. And so Nick Barris let me read what he had to say, because he had, he's on right now, but let me just read this to you. So here are the significant details from the Metro Police City Chief John Drake on recovery of Riley Strain's body. At 7:28 a.m. today, a worker on Cumberland River reported finding Strain's body under some debris. Firefighters were called to retrieve the body. A medical examiner called to the scene confirmed the identification. The body was found still with shirt on and the watch on Strain's wrist. There will be more detailed autopsy. There will be a more detailed autopsy later today. At this point, Chief Drake says there is no obvious sign of trauma or foul play. There will be toxicology testing. Investigators say at this point it appears Strain somehow fell into the river and drowned. Police received more than 200 tips on the case. Chief Drake says they estimated Strain's body would surface likely in the general area downstream from the city 12 to 20 days later. Today was the 2-week point. The family was immediately notified, and they had been here searching since Strain disappeared. So, incredibly sad news. I'm going to play this for you guys real quick.
Hi, good morning to you. I'm Blake Easton with News 2. We're following breaking news right now. Metro Police confirmed they have found the body of missing college student from Missouri, Riley Strain. The body was found in the Cumberland River near 61st Avenue North around 7:30 this morning. 22-year-old Strain disappeared while on a fraternity trip here in Nashville on March 8th, today marking 2 weeks since his disappearance. News 2's Peyton Kennedy joins us now live from the Nation. She's been there on the ground following this breaking news for us all morning long. Peyton, what can you tell us right now?
Yeah, Blake, good morning. Riley has been found this morning in the Cumberland River about 8 miles from downtown Nashville. So this area has been covered with Metro Police vehicles, fire departments, and just recently a medical examiner transport van left the scene here. We are expecting to hear directly from Metro Police in just a matter of minutes, but from what they have shared with us so far, we understand that no foul play trauma appears to have been involved, and a full autopsy report will be pending. But of course, we are thinking of his family this morning as they have been very involved in this search process, now 2 weeks out from when Riley was last seen. So we'll keep you updated here on Scene, Blake. But for now, back to you.
Peyton, and before you go this morning, I'm just curious, have you got a sense from officials there on the ground if we can anticipate any sort of press conference or really what we can expect from this point forward? Obviously, this has been an ongoing search gaining national attention over the past 2 weeks, and certainly a lot of questions remain. I'm curious what you're learning there on the ground from officials and if the family is nearby, perhaps.
Yeah, Blake, we are expecting to hear from the MMPD at 9:45, so that's 1 minute away. I'm expecting they will come here to this point. We're right outside of an ExxonMobil facility. This is where they've been able to get closer to the water to pull him out of the water at this point. So again, they are meeting us here in just a matter of minutes. As for family, I do believe they have been called to the scene here to speak with police as well. But I do know that the medical examiner's van is no longer here. It has been taken away from this point. So we will expect to hear from police shortly, Blake.
Certainly, this is not the update no one wanted to hear, Peyton. I'm curious, you've been covering this story for the past couple of weeks. I mean, we saw this thing stretch from when the college senior was reportedly kicked out of that bar there on Broadway. Police begin to kind of piece together surveillance video that was found downtown Nashville, leading him to North Gay Street. And now we've seen search crews come in from all over. I mean, as of the latest this morning, Peyton, you were telling us about there were new search efforts there on the Cumberland River, leading us now to this conclusion. I'm curious if you're getting a sense of all the volunteers who've been called and if they're still learning of the news right now as we learn about it.
Yeah, we know that this has been a nonstop effort from all angles. We have had people in the sky in helicopters using drones, and then really people on the water focusing their search here.
You know, and this is just my thought is I was a little surprised, and I'm always kind of surprised at what gets a lot of media attention and what doesn't. And I was a little surprised that this one got as much as it did. Not that he doesn't deserve it. Of course, everybody does. It seemed, I mean, they say that this happens a lot. You know, I mean, not like a lot, but you know what I mean? Like that it's not uncommon for somebody to fall in that river. It sounds like it's a fast moving river. I don't know. Maybe it's very sad. But I am really glad that there seems to be some sort of closure headed this way. Yeah, you're right. And then there was CC. You know, I just saw on TMZ. TMZ's reporting. TMZ is reporting on this. You know, I mean that this one for some reason, and I don't know why, but it got really plugged right into mainstream. You know, I did find that. Left a famous person's bar. That's a good point. I mean, it's not like the famous person was serving the alcohol, though. You know what I mean? Like I get that Luke Bryan owns the bar, but you know, it's Nashville. A lot of country people. Yeah, probably the video. Yeah, you're probably right.
In a 40-mile radius from downtown Nashville all the way to the dam, which is about 40 miles away from where Riley was last seen. And overnight, there was even a search with new technology to try and find pieces of evidence on the floor of the river. So we do know that he was discovered here earlier this morning, and those efforts have now come to a close. But certainly all of the people who have been involved, all of the volunteers that have come forward, specifically with the United Cajun Navy as well, will be learning of this. And I feel for everyone that's played a part in this. I know so many volunteers as well have been in downtown Nashville, hanging up flyers, trying to piece together what information we have from those surveillance videos that have been released, the body camera footage that's been released. So now we will learn more as well after that autopsy is completed to hopefully piece together a little bit more information about what exactly happened to Riley Blake.
Certainly a heartbreaking development we're learning about this morning. Our thanks to Peyton there live on the scene for us this morning. Of course, she will remain there getting any new information that we learn and can pass along to you. But if you're just now joining us this morning, we can confirm the body of 22-year-old Riley Strain has been recovered from the Cumberland River this morning. This has been a search for the past 2 weeks that we have followed extensively, stretching all the way from downtown Nashville to the Cheatham Dam, now coming to a heartbreaking end this morning on the day that it marks 2 weeks since his disappearance here in Nashville, as the college senior was just visiting the city on a fraternity trip. Obviously, a lot of questions still remain unanswered this morning. We are expecting a press conference from officials. We do not have a time yet on that press conference, but as soon as we do, we will pass that along to you. Right now, you can stay with News 2 for breaking news updates on air and online. As always, we'll pass along any new developments we learn at WKRN.com.
Did they already do the press conference? Did that already happen?
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Amanda Hera, and this is Jordan James and Brendan Tierney. And we're starting a new show here on WSMV that you can watch on our live stream that's called Behind the Story.
They did it already? All right, let me see, because I haven't seen it yet. Let's see here. Maybe this is it.
Much involved from the very first day that we heard about it, which I believe was on
This must be it right here, right?
Would have been the
You sent it to me?
10th.
Hold on, let me see. Let me check it out. Trevor's with that. You're on that Facebook, bro. Fast. Hold on. Hold on, I'm finding it. Thank you, Trevor. Appreciate it.
They noticed what a would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpouring community of the outpouring support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain. I also want to say thank you to our USAR team and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There would be an autopsy more than likely sometime.
Let's see. Meredith says when he's pulled from the river, was he pulled from the river or from the bank? Smiley face. Killer, can anyone view the recovery scene for graffiti? I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I think he was in the river under debris. I don't think that he was on the bank, from what I understand. And I mean, they're very, very staunch in saying, you know, no signs of foul play at the moment, and so we'll see. Okay, where'd the sound go? Oh.
Chief, can you tell us?
To our USAR team and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There would be an autopsy more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going?
Let me see here. So all these rumors about some homeless person had his shirt, like that. Yeah, that seems to be a rumor, or that there was vomit on the shirt. It seems as though, it seems as though this is nothing more than a tragic accident. I mean, maybe, we'll see. We'll see. And I mean, look, if its toxicology comes back that, he has rufalin in his system or something like that, then, but yeah, he had his shirt on, and look, that's kind of just how it goes. That was another reason that it wasn't that I wasn't interested. I was interested, but I think when we talked about it the other night on After Dark, I think what the consensus, at least for me, was that it sounds like just a tragic accident, and that, the young man could barely walk as it is. And it seemed as though he was very intoxicated. But I do think that it was an accident. And I kind of thought that from the beginning, like I said, and I was surprised at the amount of attention, media attention, mainstream media attention, not even, the YouTube sector and the TikTok sector, and, none of that surprises me. But I'm talking, we're talking just mainstream outlets. TMZ's reporting on it this morning.
Accidentally.
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than
because didn't they just rescue somebody? Didn't they just rescue somebody from that river just the other day?
That he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate. But there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all.
You said that these were crews that were actually looking for him that found him?
Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses.
And the whole thing with them saying was that if he was in the river, which they had suspected that he was, that he would surface, they would say 12 to 20 days. And I mean, that's kind of right in that window there, So it seems as though this isn't new. This is something that they've dealt with before. It's something that, people go missing and then they, unfortunately, they surface at a certain point in a certain time, that they expect that to happen. I mean, it seems like they were kind of right on. They were kind of right on the money there, with that prediction, and that they expected him to be found.
Times before, and as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strain, and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily search crews.
Right,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
No, TMZ is not reported on Sebastian, from what I understand.
All right, that was an update from Metro Police Chief Drake telling us that this discovery was made this morning about 7:30 from a worker on a company here that joins up against the Cumberland River. Alexander Cohen is joining me here.
I will tell you that even the chief coming out and saying this, and them saying, when the autopsy's back and everything like that, there's still going to be people that don't believe it. It's just inevitable. The majority of people will be like, okay, like it makes sense, like these kinds of things happen, and that unfortunately is, I'm not going to say like that's the way it is, but it just seems like they've dealt with that situation. There are people that are never ever going to believe it. Let's see, pickle. You know what? I can't blame his friends. I just think that this is just. I think that this is just one of those things that happen. I mean, should he have been left alone? No. Is hindsight 20/20? Yeah. Was everybody probably drinking? Yes. I mean, have you ever been out with a friend or something and you didn't realize exactly how messed up that friend was? I have. Trust me. And you're going, oh my God, is he really that drunk, or are they really that drunk? I mean, I've seen that happen before. And, yeah, so, but it's just, it's a tragic situation. It is wrong. Yeah, it's wrong to do that. I agree. But yeah, I've been out and you were with your friends and you're just like, oh man, that person, you got to get that person home. They're just way too drunk, or they're, whatever. Hold on, I'll find a little bit more. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just kind of get we're not all perfect. Not everybody does everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you feel one way about something, or you do something better than somebody else, That doesn't, I don't think that gives us right to cast aspersions. Maybe, especially in a situation that is being deemed an accident, it sucks. And yes, I can't even imagine what they're feeling. It's not a perfect world, and we don't always make the perfect decisions. And some of the decisions that we make don't always turn out great. So I understand, Do I think that they should have been left, or he should have been left alone? No, but that's me looking back on the situation. That's us looking back on the situation. You know what I mean? Let's see here.
Live at the scene.
I want to make sure that yeah, you just don't want to turn it into that kind of, it's just not that kind of game, You can feel however you want. I don't care. But I'm just telling you how I'm going about it. That's it, You can blame anybody you want. I'm not going to. Because I don't think it's their fault. That's why.
Alexander, what are you seeing?
Kelsey, right here off Ed Temple Boulevard, we just saw a medical examiner transport being escorted by Metro Police, leaving the scene. And according to Sky 5, Mike Rose, our chief photojournalist, saw what appeared to be a body under a tarp. You can see here, the river is pretty far away, but this is where I believe Pilot J and some other companies have oil. But we have seen a large police presence here, and I was able to speak with a Metro Police officer who tells me that Riley Strain's parents were called here to this scene. Obviously, we are.
All right, pickle toes, Grandma. That's enough.
Waiting on developments at this time. We are told the media will be briefed, but a lot of people across the country who've been following this story are waiting to know, is this Riley? Will his parents now have peace or closure from this? You can see there's an escort of officers who are still leaving this area. As soon as we have more information here in North Nashville off Ed Temple Boulevard, we'll make sure that we bring it to you guys on air and online. We're going to go ahead to a quick break, and we'll have more right after that.
Confirmed Riley.
Good morning. We're joining you guys with terrible breaking news here by the Cumberland River. I'm joined by Jason Lamb. We're just now learning that the body found in the Cumberland River is confirmed to be Riley Strain, the missing University of Missouri college student.
That's right, Alexander. We're just getting a look at the tweet from Metro Police that confirms this information. I'm just going to read this to you, sent out just minutes ago, saying the body of Riley Strain was recovered from the Cumberland River in West Nashville this morning, approximately 8 miles from downtown. No foul play related trauma was observed. An autopsy is pending. We're hearing from our Mike Rose, senior chief photographer up in Sky 5, that he's been able to spot Chief Drake, Metro Police Chief Drake, here at the scene as well. We're going to be getting a lot more information, of course, now that the information is confirmed that this is the body of Riley Strain, a case that so many people had been looking at and keeping track of over the last 2 weeks.
And Jason, it's our understanding from a Metro officer on scene that his parents, who have been here desperately searching for their son, they were called out to the scene. So family has been notified that he has been found. I mean, you went to the University of Missouri. All of us, or a lot of us, went on a college spring break where you go out and you have fun, and just having this tragedy.
And I'm not Pickle Toes. I'm not picking on you. I'm not saying you're more than welcome to your opinion. I get it. I'm just saying, I think, and this is just me thinking here, I think that we're always looking for somebody to blame in a situation when sometimes blame is absolutely needed and accountability is absolutely demanded. But I think that the accountability that's being demanded out of those young men that were with him are going to carry on their backs for the rest of their lives. That is going to be, that's just, that's going to be with them forever and ever. And so, we can say these things. And so that all I'm saying is it's not always about blame, That's just how I feel about that. I get it. Should his friends have been with him? Yes. But there was just a lot of things that went wrong. Let me see. If people are just, I think we have mods. If people are being mean, just let them go.
Tragedy happened here has just resonated with people
Pickle Toes is cool, though. Don't worry about that. That's all good.
Across the country.
That's right. And so many people had so many questions about how this happened, what exactly happened, where was Riley Strain. For as hard and difficult as this news is, at least it is bringing closure to a lot of people, not the least of which is the family that is just looking for answers.
And the mood here is somber. There was a medical examiner who was transporting what we believe to be was the body away from the scene. There's a large police presence here. We are waiting on an update from Metro Police with more information. But I remember in the search efforts that his bank card was found down by the river. And ever since, people have been desperately looking, coming in from all across the country.
That's right. The United Cajun Navy has been out here looking at things, trying to assist in the search effort. I did just get an update from Metro Police on their Twitter account. It sounds like we're going to be getting more information about what happened here in this breaking news in about 5 minutes. Metro Police are telling us a media briefing will be held at 9:45 right where we are on Ed Temple Boulevard at the Exxon terminal entrance. So we should be getting more information, more details from Metro Police very soon.
And if you guys are just tuning in, we're here by the Cumberland River, where it has been confirmed that missing college student Riley Strain, his body has been found in the Cumberland River. We're working for more details, and we'll have those soon. Back to you guys.
Good morning, everyone.
I think we saw this already, but
this morning around 7:28 a.m., we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River that had been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for Riley Strain if he would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain.
And once again, with this foul play situation, I know that there was a homeless camp. People were suspicious of that. Anything was possible. Anything is possible, but it just doesn't seem like he was out there hanging out with the homeless camp or anything like that. So, they got vilified. That's not great either. But, whatever. So, the shirt, the rumors, the whatever, the clickbait, the all that stuff, isn't really helpful. But like I said, I never thought that this story was some salacious, crazy, conspiracy-laden murder cover-up. I just never thought that. And I could have been way off, but it sounds like that this is something that they deal with that river. And wouldn't surprise me if, other cities have that same. When I lost my friend in the Trinity River here in Humboldt County, because we have very swift rivers as well. And it took them a while to find him as well. And he was found under a bunch of debris, and he was with friends. I wasn't there, but he was with friends. And immediately after that happened, there were people started blaming, because he couldn't swim. So they would say, well, why was he out there? Why was he out there? Why was he out there? I agree. Why was he out there? And they were trying to get him to cross the river, walk across the river, and it was about up to his waist. He couldn't swim, and there was a little current, I guess. And they're like, oh, it'll be fine. And he lost his balance, and he slipped and started getting carried down the river. He panicked, and that's what happened, That's actually my nephew's dad. It happened when my nephew was, I think he was just a little bit over 1. And it took him a while to find his body, even though people watched him get swept away. And it was just this big thing where the people that were there that I knew very well were getting blamed. Like, why would you do that? Why would you let him cross that river by himself? Why would you encourage him? Why would you this? Why would you do that? And it was even awkward at the funeral as well. This was a long time. This was it's like 19 years ago, and
pop up.
So I understand, the people want accountability, people want answers, people want this, people want that. I get it. And I was mad too. Nobody went after yes, they did, but they couldn't get to him. It was a terrible thing.
The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank.
Well, the reason that they wouldn't think that there's any foul play at this moment, that's a great question. Let me see here. Let me highlight it. John wants to know, how do they know no foul play on a body that's been in the water for 2 weeks? You're looking for trauma, head trauma. I don't exactly know what kind of condition the body is in, but they would be looking for typically head trauma, blunt force, but they do like kind of an on-site assessment of the situation, but now they'll take it into the medical examiner's office and do it thoroughly. So, and let's see here. Where did I gotta find that. Joshua, please forgive my ignorance. I have A murdered son whose case is now cold. His friends won't speak. I don't call them friends any longer. And I understand that. I'm really sorry to hear that. As somebody who has had a murdered family member as well, I understand that. That's just not this situation, though, you know. But I can understand. I can understand how you feel, and I respect it. And I am terribly sorry. I really am. That's awful.
Mr. Strange still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the outpouring community of the outpouring support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain. I also want to say thank you to our USAR team and to the fire department at OEM and TWRA and everyone else, and including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday.
The one thing that I am wondering about, wasn't it said that there was a couple that offered to help him, like near the bridge? And am I getting that wrong? If I am, help keep me honest here, because I didn't know if that was true or not. Because that's the thing too. Look, if somebody just gets thrown in a river, it's going to be pretty hard to, you know, if they just throw somebody in that's alive at the time. That's much different. Yeah, so. Yeah, he declined. So that's what I'm saying. So there were people, it seemed like there were people around. If there would have been some sort of struggle, that most likely somebody would have heard, right? And, jeez. Oh, yeah, trust me. And the bank card thing to me isn't weird either, because when they kicked him out, they handed him his bank card. Usually they like keep a tab open, and I'll bet you what it was that when you give the credit card or the debit card to the bar, they'll keep the card with your tab, and they'll just charge it. And when they kick you out, and I've seen that happen before, trust me, my friend, I have a dumb friend who's just out of control, or used to be at least. This is years ago. He inevitably always left his bank card, or, you know, he'd have to go pick it up the next day or whatever. They give it back to you, but it's on file. Sometimes they just keep it, though. They just say, oh, you know, keep it open, or what? I don't know. I don't know what this bar did.
We were vetting out.
I haven't gone to a bar like that in a long time.
So at this time, the family's been notified. There would be an autopsy, more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going after for a while now? It's just that he fell into the river, you know, accidentally?
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight, that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate. But there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all.
You said that these were crews that were actually looking for him that found him?
Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses that actually are on the river, and they look routinely, as it's happened countless times before.
There you go. You hear them. This has happened countless times before.
And as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strain, and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily search crews.
No, not all bars give your card back until Josh, did you hear that they had been in several bars that night? Yes, I had heard that too.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
The public information officer's like, oh, thank you. Get out of here. I mean, it's a lot. I'm sure that they never expected. I'm sure they never expected this to get the amount of attention. I haven't seen this amount of attention on what was seemingly pretty obvious to them. It seemed like, because it sounds like they were expecting him at some point to surface, and that they were looking, but they hadn't found him yet. So that it sounded as though that they were kind of just, trying to tamp down the rumors and the speculation. And that's what they were trying to do. They were just they it seemed like the whole time that they expected him to be found, because once again, he just said it, this has happened multiple times. Which is, bad enough. That's terrible. Meredith says he didn't fall in. Okay. Then what happened? Because I don't know how else he got in there unless somebody put him in there, Meredith. You know what? I don't have it. Send me an email, though, in case I... Well, of course, he could have been pushed in, and he could have gotten on in a helicopter and fallen out into the river, or he thought he could have been body surfing or fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he coulda, shoulda, coulda. I don't know about that. Of course, he could have been. Could, but they're saying no. As of now, they have nothing to indicate that he was pushed in, shoved in. Plus, I don't know how many people throw a live body into... Usually you throw a body into the river after, whatever. I don't know. A homeless man did fall in yesterday. Tragic accident. I agree. Hold on here.
One live at the
Hold on 1 second. Saw that one. Saw that one. Saw that one too. So what is it? What is What is it, in half an hour? Until, give me 1 second here. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to go check on my dog. Dogs, plural. Otis has been just out of control lately, so he gets checked on a little more. Where are we at? He's a pain in the butt. I have one bad dog. Hold on. One pain in the butt dog, yeah. For sure. Yeah, he was exceptionally tall, right? He was. All right, hold on. Are the parents giving a press conference? I don't get that.
Thank you, Don. And, good morning, everyone.
We already saw this.
So I want to say to the family,
I already saw all that. Why are they having the parents? Yes, at 2 p.m. So 11 to. Yeah, that's a while away, huh? Let's see here. Jay Ryan says, I live in Nashville. Sebastian Rogers' father, Seth Rogers, is searching Natchez State Park this weekend. And they did that yesterday as well. He's asking for volunteers, and I intend to go. Can you please announce? Absolutely, Jay Ryan. Absolutely. Why do people need to yell in here? Special permission? Are there people yelling? Is it the caps thing? Do people not like the all caps? Is that the problem? But yes, thank you, Jay Ryan, for helping Seth and his family. It's very appreciated. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's that for now. But it's very nice of you, Jay Ryan. So anybody that can and is able to help. Yep. Yeah, JLR went out searching. I think he put a video up this morning. It is considered shouting. I mean, is it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Do all caps bother people? I guess they do. I don't know. I don't know. Is that I think that's generally a rule, but I don't know. I also do not understand. Yeah, I don't understand the vision thing, because you would need everybody else to write in cap locks though, right? Like it's not yours that you need to read. It's other people's. But I'm not that concerned about any of that. Crimes, I'm not telling you not to type in all caps. The algorithm considers it shouting, but one word is okay with YouTube. Oh, is that right? Okay, that makes more sense. They found him downriver, unfortunately. 8 miles? Something like that. Anyway, I don't know. The caps don't bother me. Yeah, it's very sad. It really is. 8 miles down. Catch y'all later. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see what the members. Did we get a couple? We got some members here. We got a couple news. What? Yeah. How many emails? None. You're right. None. I don't think so. Not a drama, Nana. Appreciate it. Kimber, thank you so much. And Meredith, I appreciate that as well. All right. You guys are going to kill my chat doing that. Now people are going to be like, I'm not going over there because everybody's... Now we're going to have to make a rule.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I don't want to make a rule. Jesus.
Chunk, chunk.
25 months, over 2 years.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Incredible. Thank you so much. Love you too. Lil Dove, Master Splinter. Thank you, Lil Dove. Good to see you, Little Dove. Thank you. Whist. Lab Rats. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't care. You used to live in Humboldt County? Yeah, it's raining right now. Yeah, ICU. No, I don't think I've ever gotten one. Not a big deal. I'm less worried about like caps and stuff like that, and a little more concerned with like inflation and the price of gas. Those are much more important things right now. Prayer for Riley's family. Yep. This is as difficult as it's been. This is the day that they really dreaded. So you have a good day.